Let me start this video off with a question. What makes a game good? Is it good combat? Is it smooth gameplay? Is it an enticing and immersive story? A large open world? Or purely just the characters? What makes a game good? To me, that is a very tough question to answer because of the variety of games I play and love. All of these games have different techniques and styles of gameplay that make it hard to understand what makes them actually so good. But somehow, one of them really sticks out to me, one of them being my most favorite of the bunch. This game allows me to unleash my wrath upon the hordes of Hellspawn and rip and tear my way to victory. This game allows me to strategize my weapon plays and gameplay styles while still having fun and being competitive. This game allows you to wreak havoc upon your enemies and become their doom. In this video, I'll be explaining what makes Doom Eternal good and why I think it is the best game of all time. My name is Hanabi, and this is a Doom Eternal retrospective. December 10th, 1993. John Carmack and the team at id Software, after working their absolute asses off, decided to release the original Doom. The original Doom is released that night to unprecedented success, evolving the gaming industry and inspiring many people to learn to make games via the easy-to-use source code and modding system. Doom 2 comes along just 10 months later and once again gains the utmost approval of everyone. The funny thing is that Doom 2 didn't really add all that much, just updated some of the things from the original and added the best and most famous gun from Doom, the Super Shotgun. We'll get back to that later. After the monumental release of Doom 2, id Software took some time off of Doom and decided to work on some other projects. Such projects as the Quake series. After this little hiatus from Doom, id decided they wanted to revamp the Doom series with a third installment of Doom. Doom 3, released on the 3rd of August 2004. Being one of the weaker Doom games for both its story and combat, taking more of a slow, story-oriented approach in vein of games like Half-Life and other story-driven games of that time. Basically, Doom 3 is a shit show. It's a good game, just doesn't really deserve the Doom title. After the release of Doom 3 in 2004, news on the next Doom game would go silent for years. This was because id Software was working on the next Doom game, a Doom game that would go through so much changes the original project would just be scrapped and id just restarted it from scratch. This Doom game was going through development hell, but in 2015, 11 years after the last Doom title was released, at E3 2016, the Doom remake was announced by executive producer Marty Stratton to the shock of everyone. May 13th, 2016. The Doom remake was released to tremendous feedback. Everyone loved this game. The brilliant gunplay, the amazing soundtrack composed by Mick Gordon, the insane level of detail, just everything. Doom 2016 revolutionized the gaming industry once more. In a time of loot boxes and shitty recycled games, Doom 2016 was something new, something refreshing. I remember a couple days after the game was released, me and my brothers put our money together and went out and bought the new Doom game. I remember the glee on my face when I first booted up the game. The opening. Oh, the fucking opening. What a great way to open a game. No bullshit, just straight in. I still listen to this game's soundtrack even after all these years. It's that good. Rip and Tear is one of the best pieces of music I've ever heard. Then, 4 years later, they fucking did it again. March 20th, 2020. The release of Doom Eternal. The year is 2020. It has just been my brother's birthday, and for it, he got Doom Eternal. The game may have been a gift for my brother, but really, it was a gift for me. I spent most of my time playing Doom Eternal, perfecting my playstyle, using different strategies, overall just having an awesome time. I think it's fair to say that Doom Eternal has since become my favourite game of all time. Even after 2 years since the game's release, I still find it fun and engaging. It really never does get boring. The people at id Software had revolutionized gaming once again. Hi, before I start the story segment of this video, I would just like to say if any of the stuff I mentioned during this segment seems confusing or just out of nowhere, just know I am most likely making reference to the lore of Doom or just a past Doom game. Okay, that cleared up? Good. Let's get on with the video.
Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you. Rip and tear until it is done.
Fall back! No! They're everywhere!
Transmitting from HD 1556.
Casualties range in the billions.
We must pray now, brothers. Pray that he is watching.
Please, anyone, if you can hear me, if you're out there.
Attempting to acquire the Hell Priest signal.
Nearly 60% of our planet has been consumed by the invaders.
We have the Hell Priest signal locked in. The target
Doom
is
Eternal opens with the best fucking intro ever. Earth is burning as humans scream for help and the Doomslayer gears up to fight the hordes of hell. This is probably one of the best intros to a game ever. Now, I know I said that about the GTA one, but this is definitely the best game intro ever. The build-up of music as it shows Earth in a state of total annihilation, then showing the Slayer gearing up and dropping the title, it's just so fucking awesome. After the intro, you were just thrown straight into the game. Here, you are equipped with your combat shotgun. The game does these little tutorial segments every time you find something new, which is good for new players, but me being an experienced player, I will have them off for the remainder of the video. Another detail of this game you might notice is the heads-up display, or HUD. The way the HUD is shown in Doom is awesome. The HUD of Doom is just a very famous part of the series for some reason. The original Doom's HUD is a staple of all gaming. If you show anyone that HUD, they'll instantly know it's from Doom. Doom Eternal's HUD is good, it displays what it needs to display. After this, you are shown the main mechanics of the game: glory kills, shooting, punching, chainsawing, movement, just the main mechanics. You then have your first arena fight, and a cutscene plays.
My soul remains guarded. You can't.
I would just like to say that the inclusion of cutscenes was such a good idea. Doom 2016 had little sort of cutscenes, but they weren't actually cutscenes. While Doom 3 had cutscenes, they didn't really add much to, well, anything really. Doom Eternal's inclusion of cutscenes was a very good idea, however, because it gives you a break from combat and adds parts to the story. Anyways, in this cutscene, you kill one of the 3 Hell Priests, the Nihilocks. Killing him decreases the percentage of corruption on Earth. This is now the goal of the game, to kill the Hell Priests and save Earth from demonic corruption. After this, you are then let out into the city. As you make your way through it, you encounter a new demon, the Arachnotron. You then defeat the Arachnotron and are given the Heavy Cannon, more commonly referred to as the Assault Rifle. You're also able to update your auto map. Oh, I forgot to mention, you have a map in this game. You have a map in almost every Doom game, so it doesn't come as a surprise that you get one in this game. I don't really tend to use the maps in Doom games, just kind of feels like a useless addition. Doesn't feel like Doom. After this, you gain access to the subways, where you then unlock the grenade launcher. Attached to your back, the grenade launcher is able to come from the back of you and fire a grenade in a precise location. This is very effective towards a demon known as the Cacodemon, which you meet soon after getting the grenade launcher. With the Cacodemon, you are able to launch a grenade into its mouth, thus leading to an instant glory kill. This can be a grenade from the grenade launcher or a grenade from the shotgun. Either one works. After this confrontation, you face the game's first big arena, where you put all your skills that you have learnt so far to the test. Then you disrupt a meeting between the Hell Priests and get talked to by the Great Khan Maker. She's basically the game's big bad. We'll get back to her later.
Is gathering, but when outside of her domain, she is by all accounts indestructible.
This be? No man can pass through the gate. It is... This stops nothing. The sacrament of this world to the great Khan Maker will be made, and the energy will be restored once again. As it is written, from the souls of the non-believers, you will not save them from their judgment.
You go too far this time. You cannot interfere. This is humanity's chance to repent, to give service to us. You cannot resist the will of the Khan Maker.
Activating the portal now.
For it was you who was meant to enforce it.
You are then teleported to your base of operations, the Fortress of Doom, otherwise known as the Doomslayer's Man Cave. The Fortress of Doom is such a great addition to Doom Eternal, being used as a hub world in between levels to stack up on supplies and find secrets, kinda like in Quake. The supplies you get in the Fortress of Doom right now is the Flame Belch and Sentinel Crystal. The Flame Belch lights demons on fire. Lighting a demon on fire causes them to drop armor, while the Sentinel Crystals allow you to upgrade your armor and give you a variety of special effects. After you've gathered the supplies in the Fortress of Doom, you are able to activate the portal and go to the next mission. The Sentinel City of Exaltia. Once a bustling civilization, now in ruins from the demon's doing. A barren ghost city with nothing but the wind to accompany it. Ancient Sentinel mechs are stuck in positions where they were left as the civilians fled the city or were killed off. This level has some of the best environmental storytelling of the entire game. I love it. You make your way through the level being guided by a green dog for some reason, and encounter 2 new enemies in the first mini-arena fight of the level. The Gargoyles and the Hell Knight. The Gargoyles are demons that fly around and have blades on their hands, while the Hell Knight is a demon that rushes at you and tries to pound your face in. The Hell Knight is a returning enemy, being there since Doom 2, unlike the Gargoyles, which have only been introduced in Doom Eternal. After absolutely decimating the 2 new demons, you unlock a new upgrade to your arsenal, the Blood Punch, one of the many good things to come out of Doom Eternal. The Blood Punch is a punch that is able to do mass amounts of damage with a mid-range attack, being able to kill all fodder demons and heavily wound heavy demons. The Blood Punch is powered by glory kills. You get 2 glory kills and you are able to destroy anything in your path. Your Blood Punch upgrades over the course of the game. You are then introduced to another upgrade for your armor, runes. Runes allow you to find what kind of playstyle you want to play the game with. There are a variety of runes that you can unlock by the end of the game, and overall it really enhances the power fantasy the game is going for. After picking a rune, you then fight in a tiny arena, which then leads to a semi-large arena where you can test your Blood Punch and skills so far. Following this combat encounter, you then get the next addition to your armor, the Dash. Dashing is such a good addition to Doom Eternal, being good for both combat and parkour. Its strategical use in the game is so fucking good, and I can't wait to see where they go with it. This then leads onto a cutscene where the Slayer has an interaction with the Sentinel King, King Novik.
Cannot kill the priests. You know our laws. Despite their transgressions against the Covenant, they are still of Sentinel blood. What you interfere with now is bigger than you can imagine. It is written. It is their time to give penance. If you continue, you will bring down the heavens' wrath. You are but one man. They are no longer your people to save.
After this, you are then faced with another arena and you acquire a Sentinel Battery. Sentinel batteries can be used to get different upgrades and abilities from certain areas of the Fortress of Doom, as explained by Vega here.
This Sentinel battery can be used to provide additional power to your ship. Several modules remain unused. Finding more batteries will enable you to utilize the full functions of your command station.
This activates a portal that the Slayer takes to get to Hell. In Hell, you get the Plasma Rifle. Personally, I don't really use the Plasma Rifle, but I know a lot of people do, and it's really good apparently, so yeah. In Hell, you encounter a new enemy, the Skelly Boy himself, the Revenant. A returning enemy from Doom 2, and one of the most memed enemies in the game. The Revenant has rockets that can shoot missiles at you, and it also has a jetpack that allows it to fly around. After meeting the Revenant and killing all of the surrounding enemies, you need to find a battery to power a mech's arm that needs to shoot a wall so you can progress. You have to cross a pit of purple sludge to get the battery, and I would just like to say, fuck the purple sludge. It hides tentacles and slows you down to a crawl. I don't exactly know what id was thinking when they added the sludge, but it was a bad idea. I fucking hate the sludge. Getting the battery and blowing a hole through the wall allows you to progress, to which you do some parkour and open the gates of hell. 3 massive doors that open up in a hell. I would just like to point out something that I saw on Reddit a while ago, saying that this is the Doomsgate that E1M1 at Doomsgate song is talking about. Even the song's cover art is matching. Getting this gate open, you then see some awesome background imagery and you have yet another arena fight. After this, you get another battery and power up a mech spear, which creates a pathway through the insides of a fucking titan. God damn. You do some fighting and activate another mech, leading you through another titan's entrails and to a platforming area. You hop on some platforms and have another little arena fight. In this fight, there is a Slayer Gate. Slayer Gates are challenge rooms where you fight an arena of demons in a tough battle to earn Imperium keys, that once have all been collected, can be used to get the Unmaker. Anyways, fighting through the mini arena, you meet up with Commander Valen, otherwise known as the Betrayer, who charges your celestial locator and gives you some wise words of wisdom.
I told you all to leave me here. I am where I belong. Saving your people will not bring you peace, only make the burden you carry worse. And now you seek to defy the Khan Maker herself. It is your people's time now to give penance, just as it was mine. Hear me, Slayer. When his heart is laid to rest, then his soul will be at peace.
I would just like to say how cool the Betrayer's lair is. Mance is a full-on mech just sitting there in turrets and shit. After this encounter, you do some more parkour and fight in the final arena. In this arena, you are given a power-up. During combat encounters, there will sometimes be power-ups which enhance your combat abilities for a duration of time. These power-ups can grant you extra damage, to instant glory kills on any demon, to unlimited ammo and fast speed. Anyways, after this arena, you enter a portal and go back to the Fortress of Doom. Entering the Fortress of Doom, you set up your celestial locator that is now charged and find the hiding place of the next Hell Priest, D. Granik. After this, you have to return power to your ship via a Sentinel battery. This allows you to explore the entire fortress and see what there is. The fortress is awesome, having all these little secrets and hints to past Doom games, a massive mech, upgrades for your armor, cool architecture, and even Doomguy's very own gaming setup. Why did I add that into the script? It really is awesome, and you can tell the developers had a lot of fun creating this section of the game. Anyways, after restoring power to the fortress, you acquire the Ice Bomb. The Ice Bomb is like the frag grenade, however, instead of blowing up, it freezes the demons for a duration of time so you can get some extra damage in. It can be upgraded in your suit menu. Following the Ice Bomb's introduction, you are instructed to go down to the Demon Prison and test your skills. Yes, you heard that right. The Demon Prison. The Doomslayer has a fucking Demon Prison, and he calls it the Repertorium. Slaying the demons that have been held captive, you then are given a Predator Suit point. These are points that you use to upgrade your Predator Suit, which will enhance your abilities and upgrade your way of combat. Getting the token, you then activate your portal and are sent to the Cultist base. The Cultist base is snowy and kinda morbidly beautiful. You make your way through the base and find a secret. Secrets are collectibles that are found all around every level. These can be toys for your collection, music from different id Software games, cheat codes, extra lives, and many more. Making your way through the fortress, you have a fight with some revenants and see this thing, and then meet a new demon. The Mecha Zombie. a stronger variant of the zombie with an attachment to its arm that allows it to shoot projectiles at the player. You then unlock a door and are introduced to another new enemy, the Mancubus. The Mancubus is a large and slow demon that shoots large fiery projectiles from its cannons that are attached to its arms. The Mancubus is a returning enemy from Doom 2. After these introductions, you have an arena fight and pick up the Cultist Key, which allows you to open up another door to progress. Opening this door, you are introduced to yet another new enemy, the Energy Shield Soldier. Like regular soldiers, except bald and with a shield. Taking down the shield soldiers, you do some parkour and get the rocket launcher. This leads on to an arena battle where you are able to test out your new weapon and test your skills thus far. Following this, you do a very complicated puzzle and get a rune. You then jump back down to an area where you were before and activate a button to unlock the door. This turns out to be a fake out and you are greeted with the worst enemy in Doom Eternal, the Whiplash. Do I really have to talk about the Whiplash? Fine. The Whiplash is a snake-like demon that slithers around the arena and is incredibly hard to hit. It has these bullshit attacks that travel across the ground and track you. You'd think, oh, I could just jump over that, right? Nope, think again, fucko, because these ground attacks can hit you in the fucking air. Long story short, fuck the Whiplash, man. Hate this fucking enemy. After this battle, you unlock the door and progress. You kill some shield soldiers and grab some secrets, then open a gate to the biggest arena of the level, where I definitely didn't die multiple times. Afterwards, you take an elevator down to an arena where D. Granick is seething about you.
Your salvation lies in his destruction. The myth of the Slayer's strength is exposed now to us. Can you see it, brothers? He has lost the resolve to continue. Eat his soul. I must survive this. Protect me in my time of need, and you will secure your place in the new world.
You then take an elevator up to a separate part of the base, and it is revealed that your super shotgun is nearby as said and shown by Vega. After this reveal, you are put in yet another arena, and after this arena you grab a Sentinel Crystal and make your way to get the super shotgun. You do some puzzle solving and partake in a fair amount of trolling, then you take control of a Revenant drone and kill your own kind. I know this part is in the game purely to just shill the multiplayer battle mode that Doom Eternal has, however I still find it awesome and it still ties into the story. Anyways, after fighting against the Revenant, you grab the super shotgun and bring it to the Slayer. The super shotgun is a masterpiece in this game. Sure, in 2016 it was good at getting the job done, but in Doom Eternal, it is a whole new ballgame. The meat hook, which is attached to it, allows you to attach to demons and swing around the arena, thus enhancing combat and making it even more fun and strategical. The super shotgun is one of the most infamous parts of all of Doom. Since its introduction in Doom 2, it has been loved by fans and has been added to every single game after Doom 2. Anyways, after getting the super shotgun, you are able to test it in a room where you open up boxes of demons to test the newfound gun. Next, you go down a hole in the floor and go through this area with dropping down axes for some reason, and then you go up yet another elevator and do some more parkour. You then enter a room taken over by demonic corruption and tentacles, which then leads outside to a different arena that you have to finish before doing the very easy puzzle and unlocking yet another door. Behind this door is a hologram of D. Granick to once again underestimate you, to which you kill some more of his forces. After killing all the demons in the surrounding area, you're led into a room where there is a dead Agadon Hunter strung up on a cross. You then break it down and proceed. You take a lift down to the same area you were before, and D. Granick challenges you. Once you accept his challenge, you fight in the last arena of the level and board a train headed for the Doom Hunter base. You are now on the train to the Doom Hunter base, the place where the second Hell Priest resides. Whilst on the train, you are ambushed by some demons, and you sing them some lullabies to put them to sleep. After deleting some demons from this current plane of existence, you then break off the remaining train carriage and make your way to the Doom Hunter base. Arriving at the Doom Hunter base, you fight some demons and do some parkour, grabbing some upgrades, and then entering the first arena of the level. In this arena, you are introduced to the Pinky. The Pinky is a demon that runs at you and tries to slam into you until you die. It is a returning demon from the original 1993 Doom and is an insta-kill if you hit it with a blood punch. Finishing up the arena, you take a teleporter which teleports you to a different part of the base where you were spoken to by D. Granick about how he found it hard to find something as powerful as the Slayer. In the next room, you are able to see a holographic blueprint of the Doom Hunter. It is pretty cool. Here you update your automap for the level and are introduced to some new platforming obstacles. These obstacles are timed, so if you stay still on the platform for a certain amount of time, you will fall. Making it past this platforming area, you make your way to the door where Pinky is waiting for you. Defeating the Pinky, you do some platforming and are acquainted with the Carcass. Like the Whiplash, the Carcass is another one of D. Granick's scientific abominations and is a total fucking bastard, constantly putting up shields and running away from you. After taking down the Carcass, you do some parkour and are led into a hallway with a group of demons, to which you promptly dispose of. Following the hallway fight, you go into yet another fight, and after this fight, you are treated to a small cutscene showing an Agadon Hunter being pulled from its casket. Then you do some more parkour and are led to an outside area where you fight some demons and grab a red keycard to unlock a door that progresses the level. Killing the demons inside, you then go upstairs and are greeted by the Prowler. Fun fact about the Prowler, in Doom 2016 it was one of the demons that you could play as in that game's very underrated multiplayer. The Prowler is able to teleport. Other than that, it's just a stronger version of the Imp but purple. You kill some more demons, and are then shown something happening to the corpse of the Agadon Hunter. You then go through a door and are taken outside, to which you do some parkour and shoot a button that extends a platform so you can make it to the next cutscene. In this cutscene, it shows the almost finished product of the Doom Hunter, a mechanized Agadon Hunter from the Talos realm. I think now is a good time to explain who these guys really are. So, Agadon Hunters were demons that were artificially created to hunt the Slayer and his sentinels during the Unholy Crusades. The Unholy Crusades are something I'll get into later. Anyways, after the cutscene, you make your way down to a door, then another, then a final one. Opening this door toggles a cutscene that opens the first boss fight of the game, the Doom Hunter fight.
I thought you would appreciate the sentry I chose. The great Agadon Hunters from the Telos realm, though long thought to be extinct, created to hunt only the Slayer and his Night Sentinels during the Unholy Crusades. Some improvements on their design have been made. Enjoy what is undoubtedly my finest work.
Slayer identified.
Equipped with a shield, a hover sled, rockets, a chainsaw, and a rocket launcher attached to its arm, the Doom Hunter is one of the many stepping stones to getting into the combat flow of Doom Eternal. It tests your skills thus far and sees how good you really are. Then, after killing the first one, there's two more. This really ups the ante now, because if you had trouble with just one, you would be having the worst time of your life. I remember on my first playthrough, I was killed over 20 times because I wasn't very good at the game, and I didn't expect there to be 2. Anyways, killing the 2 Doom Hunters, you are thrust into a cutscene where D. Granite begs for his life.
The beast! Does he not seek enhanced power? Gifts to aid him in his noble conquest, perhaps in return for my...
After killing the Hell Priest, you enter a portal and return to your fortress. Teleporting back to your fortress, the power goes out and you get a message from the Khan Maker herself about you killing the Hell Priest.
This game has gone far enough.
I will have her transmission removed in a moment.
Despite the loss of the priests, Earth will fall, and my people will survive. I will answer the humans' prayers, reward those that believe.
This hub was of Maker design. She knows the systems well.
The final priest will be moved to a more discreet location, so our work can continue without further disruption.
She was able to hack into the Fortress of Doom due to it being made of Maker technology. Now, the final Hell Priest has been moved to a more discreet location, so you can't find him at this time. To occupy yourself, you decide to go to the most corrupt place on Earth, the Super Gore Nest. Before heading to the Super Gore Nest, you pick up the Ballista. The Ballista is like a sniper, having one very powerful shot, then needing to reload. Grabbing the Ballista, you activate the portal and go to the next level. Entering the subway to the Super Gore Nest, you can see the damage that it's done almost instantaneously. Demons roam all around the city while tentacles are strewn everywhere and buildings are on fire. It is literally hell on Earth. Fun fact about this level, this is actually the level that was shown in QuakeCon's 2018 gameplay reveal presentation for Doom Eternal. Making your way through the area, you break a wall and are led into an arena to which you promptly kill everyone. And yeah, this is the exact same area where I got my super shotgun fully upgraded. Epic. This leads on to a mini cutscene where a Pinky smashes through a door, allowing you to proceed. You climb up a wall, grab a mod bar, and are introduced to the Dread Knight. The Dread Knight is like the Mecha Zombie. It's just a mechanized version of its other counterpart, the Hell Knight. Only difference is that the Dread Knight is able to throw laser beam blades at you from afar and create ground hazards. Killing this Dread Knight allows you to enter a mini arena to which you delete everyone and enter a crevice in the roof, which acquaints you with the most annoying thing in this game, the buff totem. The buff totem is a power-up that buffs all the demons in an arena until it is destroyed. A lot of the time it's too easy because I already know the positions of all of the buff totems because of the amount of times I played this game. It would be really cool if it made the totem spawns like in random places every time you played the game for a more harder experience, but that's just my preference. Anyways, killing all the demons in that arena and destroying the buff totem, you then go through a teleporter and obtain the yellow gore key, which unlocks everything that is yellow color-coded. Going through these color-coded areas, you are then led to the door of the heart of the Super Gore Nest. Before you can do this though, you need to fight in this arena. This is the first really big arena fight of the level, and it's pretty hard with the tools you have in the moment, because it throws everything you learnt so far at you. Finishing this fight, you insert the key into the yellow slot and unlock the first part of the Gore Nest door. Entering this key grants you access to the first area of the Gore Nest, which you obviously enter. Jumping down an elevator shaft, you are shown another new enemy, the Spectre, making its return from Doom 2016 and the original games. It's literally just the Pinky, but invisible. Killing the demons in this area, you grab a crystal and jump down yet another elevator shaft. Jumping down this elevator shaft gives you a view of the Gore Nest heart, literally, and a combat encounter with a few hazards. Dispatching the demons, you go down to an area with some radioactive liquid. Here, you are given the Rad suit. This will give you immunity to the ground hazards as long as you keep its meter up. You fight some demons and do some parkour, then grab the Red Gore key. Grabbing the Red Gore key, you are then given the Chain Gun, a wieldable minigun that shreds through lower class demons and does a number on tough ones, having such a huge damage output but also chewing through ammo quickly. You practice your new weapon on a Dread Knight and gain access to the main heart room.
The generator is in a dormant state. 2 nearby control terminals will need to be manually activated to restore full power. Unlocking the left terminal room now.
You need to switch on the power to access the controls to destroy the heart. Pulling one of the power switches activates 50% of the facility's power, so you now need to find the other switch to fully destroy the heart, because video games. Making your way through the facility, you fight some demons, upgrade your map, and do some parkour. You break through a wall and enter a room with a rune that you collect, and then you break through another wall and fight some enemies and open a door which leads to a platforming section where you fucking platform. Then you fight some demons and get the blue core key. You then see this and have to fight a Mancubus and the radioactive sludge. This takes you outside where you fight a Revenant and go into a corridor with a Spectre that you kill. This corridor leads back to the arena that you fought in earlier, and you kill the demons in it and plant both of the Gore keys you have into their respective areas. This opens up the door to the Gore Nest and gives you access to the second switch.
The generator is now at full power. You can now use the main console to destroy the heart. The generator is overloading. I have marked your exit portal.
Flipping the switch, you have successfully activated 100% of the facility's power, allowing you to destroy the Gore Nest heart. Destroying the heart causes the generator to overload and the facility starts to self-destruct. This starts a timed running segment where you have to escape before the timer runs out. Escaping successfully, you watch as the Gore Nest is destroyed and Earth's most corrupted area has been cured.
The final Hell Priest location remains unknown. The demonic consumption of Earth will not be stopped until the last priest and his guardian are destroyed. We will require assistance in order to locate the final Hell Priest. I believe Dr. Hayden can help us with our search. I will calibrate the portal to the Ark's command station.
Returning to the Fortress of Doom, you are told that you will require assistance with finding the final Hell Priest. Said assistance can be found by the one and only Dr. Samuel Hayden, so you activate your portal and head to the Ark complex. Entering the level, you jump down yet another elevator shaft into an elevator. Fucking hell, what is this game's strange obsession with elevators? You take the elevator down to your floor and start massacring the occupants of the hotel. You find a Mancubus toy and then kill some more demons. Revenant jump scare! And make your way through the complex. You pick up some Praetor Suit points and kill yet some more demons. You are then led to this outside area which you will be returning to. You kill the demons in this area and are told the main goal of this mission. You have to shoot the tentacles that are blocking the entrance to Samuel Hayden's tower with these big turrets to progress and get inside. Following this cutscene, you are FNAF jump scared by a Pinky and are given access to the inside of a building. You kill some more demons, you know, slashy slashy, shooty shooty, and are then introduced to the Cyber Mancubus. Like the Mancubus, the Cyber Mancubus is a variant of the Mancubus. How many times can I say Mancubus in this one sentence? The Cyber Mancubus shoots radioactive sludge and has armor that you can then break with either your weapons or a well-placed blood punch. Killing the Cyber Mancubus, you kill the rest of the enemies in the arena and progress with the level. You are then jump scared by a Revenant and greeted with a cheat code. Making your way through the building, you find a terminal. On this terminal is a voice recording from Dr. Elena Richards. These are left all over this level, and it is really fascinating because it shows what humankind actually thinks of the Doomslayer. After listening to the audio log, you make your way through yet another building, killing demons and whatnot. You are then led to this outside area and listen to another audio log. Primal Combat. You then go through another building, killing everything in your path, and you see this awesome piece of scenery. A plane that has crashed into a building that is now just a part of the building, that you then go inside and fight demons in. This game is so fucking rad. You kill some demons in here and make some progress. You then make your way to an elevator, but your expectations are subverted when instead of the elevator taking you down, the floor just breaks and sends you plummeting to the ground floor. This then leads to an arena. This arena has, I think, the only Berserk power-up in the game. Berserk allows you to one-shot any demon with an instant glory kill. Finishing this arena, you are then led outside to another arena. Finishing this arena, you take a portal to one of the turrets, you take an elevator up, and a cutscene plays.
First target destroyed. The second turret will give you the angle needed to destroy the remaining tentacle.
Destroying the first tentacle, you now need to make your way to the second turret. Taking the elevator down, you fight some demons in a corridor and take yet another fucking elevator, oh my god! Which takes you down to an area where you fight demons and get collectibles. You are then led into an arena. This is probably the hardest arena in the level due to the abundance of demons. It's great. There is a haste power up in this arena. Haste gives you ultra speed and unlimited ammo. Completing this arena, you go through a hole in the floor and are led through an entire room full of purple sludge. Getting over that nightmare, you go through some sewage tunnels and do my favorite thing in the entire world, taking a fucking elevator. Taking said elevator, you kill more demons and make your way to a corridor. This corridor leads onto the second turret. You take the elevator up and shoot the second tentacle.
One moment. Override successful. The path is now clear. You can access Dr. Hayden's outpost.
Shooting the tentacle, you take the elevator down and fight some Hell Knights in the corridor. You kill a Dread Knight and make your way to a car park. You fight some demons and listen to a recording by Elena Richards. Making it out of the car park, you make it to the entrance of Samuel Hayden's complex. You unlock the gates and make your way across the lake of purple sludge to the entrance. Here, you find another recording and make your way to an elevator. Going up this elevator starts one of the most infamous cutscenes in Doom.
Dr. Hayden's office laboratory is located at the top of this facility.
Attention! Emergency protocols have been activated. Please exit the facility now.
My God, Dr. Hayden was convinced that you would come here for this eventually. Can I just say that it is an honor for me, personally, to meet you?
Attention. Emergency protocols have been activated. Please exit the facility now.
We don't know how to access his main cortex. It's all alien. We couldn't figure it out. We have to, prepare for his careful extraction. We were given specific orders.
His life signal is barely readable.
Warning. Demonic presence threat level 5 entering main laboratory.
Opening the portal now.
You were never one of us. You were nothing but a usurper, a false idol. My eyes have been opened. Let me help you to see, Slayer.
Here, you meet the Marauder. Do I even have to say anything? The Marauder is one of the most controversial and famous demons in Doom, being dubbed the hardest demon in Doom. Anyways,
You have now destroyed 68% of Hell's occupying force. Without the priests, the demons will not consume Earth as the Khan Maker had planned. But there is still one priest left, and I have lost his signal. I can no longer locate him. Dr. Hayden will be able to find him. Dr. Hayden is transferring himself into your ship's mainframe. The architecture is similar to his own. This will...
Final priest is hiding in Sentinel Prime. The Khan Maker does not want him to be easily found. The only functional slipgate to Sentinel Prime is in the core of Mars, in the lost city of Hebeth. I have marked its location for you, but getting there will take time. There is no easy way to access the core of Mars.
There are no known pathways that lead there, Dr. Hayden.
The BFG 10,000, designed by Dr. Samuel Hayden as part of the anti-demonic defense grid.
I understand. Searching the coordinates to the BFG 10,000 now.
You can't just shoot a hole into the surface of Mars.
Hostiles! Approaching the BFG 10,000!
Oh my god. It's him. They've overrun the lower levels! Corporate says we should let them through!
What? Why?
Hey! Who are you? You can't be here.
arriving on the moon Phobos located next to Mars, you are tasked with getting to the massive gun in the middle of the moon, known as the BFG 10,000, and blowing a hole into Mars. You take an elevator down to an area where you fight some demons, go through a vent, and are teleported to an area where you have to fight a new demon, the Baron of Hell, making its return from Doom 2016 and the original Doom games before that with a new fiery look. The Baron of Hell has 3 attacks in Doom Eternal. It can slice you with its blade arms, squish you with its ground slam attack, and throw fireballs at you if you are too far away from it. Killing the Baron, you grab a rune and get to an outside area. This is one of the first arenas of the level, and it has the coolest background environment ever. As you're fighting the demons, you can occasionally hear
Warning, BFG 10,000 is firing.
then a green glow as the gun fires. Finishing this arena, you are thrown into the next arena of the level. This arena introduces you to another new enemy, the Pain Elemental, making its return from Doom 2 and having other appearances in other Doom titles. Like the Cacodemon, the Pain Elemental is a round flying demon, however it throws lost souls at you and is a lot more mobile than the Cacodemon. Originally, this was the same place where the Archvile was supposed to be introduced, as seen in the trailers of Doom Eternal. However, it was cut for the introduction of the Pain Elemental instead. Anyway, hopping down a shaft in the ground, you make it to the inside of the BFG 10,000. Do some puzzles, kill some demons, and make it to a ladder.
I'm serious, that guy doesn't scare me. I'd like to see him try.
That control pod contains the energy source of the BFG 10,000. I'm lowering it for you now.
I'm telling you, he's on his way. I need you to... Ah!
Warning, Mars surface targeted. Safety
Would
mechanism
you like me to
activated.
disable the safety protocols? The pod is set to self-destruct. We should move ahead.
Danger. All personnel evacuate to Mars surface. The Slayer has control of the BFG. Repeat, the Slayer has the BFG.
You are now in control of the big fucking gun, or BFG. That's literally what it's called, I'm not joking. The BFG is the most powerful gun in Doom, continuing its legacy ever since its conception in the original Doom. Now having shot a hole into Mars' surface, you have a direct route to the core of Mars. You need to find an emergency escape pod, so you take a teleporter and try to find your way around the debris. You enter an arena with a buff totem and kill the following demons in the arena. This opens a door in the ground that allows you to take an elevator up to a turret, where we get the famous Samuel Hayden line,
Manual loading initiated.
That is a weapon, not a teleporter.
This then leads onto a cutscene where you do use the weapon as a teleporter.
The ion catapult is designed to use only approved UAC ammunition. Override loading sequence. Fire. 3, 2, 1.
This moves you to a new area of the level where you fight tentacles and are then led outside to do some parkour and kill some demons. After doing parkour and killing some demons, you go inside a facility and kill a pain elemental and some prowlers. This then leads you outside again and introduces something that you will never see again in the game: massive floating barrels. You get some collectibles, kill some demons, and are once again led inside another building. In here you fight some tentacles and demons and get collectibles. After that, you go down a hole in the ground which leads to the escape pods, leading into this cutscene.
His power, his will to overcome.
I'm charting a flight path to Mars. Calculating thrust vectors. Launching in 3, 2, 1. Approaching planetary entry phase. Prepare for turbulence.
The lost city of the dead. This was before your time with the Sentinels.
You have finally made it to the lost city of Hebeth, a city before the Slayer's time, before the Unholy Crusades. The purity of the Sentinels has since been tarnished. Entering the final arena of the level, you have to fight in the biggest and hardest arena yet, testing all of your skills so far. Finally finishing the arena, you make your way to the portal and Sentinel Prime and go through it. Sentinel Prime, where the legend of the Slayer was born, and where the Hell Priest Degrav resides. Making your way through Sentinel Prime, you are given flashbacks to when the Slayer first arrived in this dimension. This is the first ever time we get to hear the Slayer speak in any Doom game, and I think this reveal was such an awesome reveal. This also marks the original Doom games as being canon and a part of the story of Doom Eternal and Doom 2016.
We found him in the valley, just outside the castle walls. He was badly wounded and wearing this.
Guts. Huge guts. Kill them. Must kill them all.
He has fight in him yet.
In spite of his injuries.
Send him to the arena. Let him be judged like the others.
The Slayer that we are playing as in Doom Eternal is the same Slayer that we played as in the original Doom way back in 1993. After the events of Doom 64, where the Slayer decides to fight in Hell for all of eternity to keep the demons inside of Hell, he had spent eons killing the demons before he was randomly thrown into this world of old. It had appeared that he had time traveled to a time before his, to the time of Sentinel Past. He wasn't in the 21st century anymore or whatever. He was way back before humanity's. Some guards found him outside the castle gates, where he was battered and bruised with his signature green suit and his helmet. They took him inside to see the priest, and the rest is history. You make your way through the fortress whilst being hassled by holograms of the Khan Maker, and make your way to the priest.
You'll make a fine addition to the front line, stranger.
The demons! They are everywhere. Must kill them all!
Dress his wounds and bring him to us. I want to know more about the others he speaks of.
Yes, Your Grace. If Sentinel holy blood is spilled on these grounds, you will lose all sovereignty here.
The priest sends his guardian to best you in combat, the Gladiator. This guy gave me quite a hard time the first time I fought him, and even afterwards he still kind of whoops my ass, so prepare yourself before fighting the Gladiator, because he can really be a pain in the ass to fight. Anyways, killing the Gladiator triggers a cutscene where the Doomslayer just straight up tells the priest to shut the fuck up.
This stops nothing. Earth will be consumed, regardless of what...
The portal is ready. We should leave immediately.
The Khan Maker has overloaded your systems. Vega has no control over...
If you had let the culling continue, the human race you fight to protect would have survived. Now I will resurrect the Icon of Sin. He will devour Earth and leave your home world in ruins. Life on your planet shall never return. And this will be yet another world you brought to extinction. This stronghold will now serve as your prison. With no power, you can do no more harm to our mission, and we may continue the work that must be done.
Getting back from killing the Gladiator and the Lost Hell Priest, you find that the Khan Maker has hijacked your ship's power, leaving you with no power, and tries to enact her final plan, reviving the Icon of Sin, the son of Commander Valen after his death during the Unholy Crusades, and Valen making a deal with Hell to revive him. However, the Khan Maker didn't know you had the Demonic Crucible, so you just used that as a backup power.
No, you have the Demonic Crucible. In the end, the very power source you sought to eradicate from Earth is now what will help you save it.
The mission on Sentinel Prime was a success. The demonic consumption of Earth has been stopped.
Only a Slayer's Crucible blade can stop a Titan. You must get to the Sentinel city of Taras Nabad to retrieve your Crucible before it is too late. Without it, the Titan cannot be stopped.
Setting the portal to Taras Nabad.
A Titan can only be taken down by a Crucible blade, so you have to travel to the ancient Sentinel city, Taras Nabad, to retrieve the Slayer's Crucible. Taras Nabad starts with a Marauder fight, which leads on to an arena where you are introduced to the Archvile. The Archvile is a piece of shit. It's literally the only reason why I use the BFG. Finishing up the arena, you grab some of the secrets in the area, and then grab a rad suit for another obstacle that has been introduced. Swimming. I don't really know what to say about the swimming in this game. It's okay, I don't think it's really needed, but it's a fun little addition. Completing the water puzzle, you pick up a Predator suit point and grab a toy, then enter a room starting this cutscene.
We must move. Quickly. There are those who would seek to stop this. I offer you a gift. Take it. It will give you strength, help you on your journey. And now, they will fear you.
Wow guys, I wonder what character that is. I'll talk about him when I do the Ancient Gods DLCs. After this cutscene, you enter an arena where you kill. Then you take an elevator down to the sewers. This is where the Slayer Gate of the level is. You have to do a water puzzle, so you do that, then afterwards you fight in yet another arena, killing Archviles and Barons. Then you climb up an elevator shaft and grab your Crucible hilt from a downed Titan that you took down many years ago. Then you fight in an arena with a Marauder, then do some parkour and fight in another small arena to which you kill all of the demons. You then parkour to an area where you take an elevator and kill some more demons, grabbing a Predator Suit point, and making your way across the bridge that leads to a puzzle that unlocks a door that allows you to get the Argent energy you need to power your Crucible blade. Following this, you take an elevator up to a room that looks absolutely amazing and destroy the floor with a chandelier. You are then given a rad suit as you jump down a massive hole in the ground. Now, with this area, I would just like to say that there is a toy here that I can never really seem to get, and it drives me crazy. Anyways, falling into the water, you break a chain that's holding the big box and allows the big box to float up, which allows you to enter an area where you fight demons. After the fight, you drain the water from the big box area and activate a trigger that allows you to go to the next fight with the demons. Killing the demons, you are led to an area where a cutscene plays.
I'm sure you'll want to try out your weapon first before we leave.
You now have the Crucible. The Crucible can insta-kill any demon and has 3 uses before it needs to be recharged. You're able to test it in this arena that the game puts you in with a bunch of recharges. It's really fun. Once you finish massacring the demons, it's time to go back to the Fortress of Doom. So Vega gives you a teleporter and you go home.
Prologue is the Maker's homeworld. It is not accessible to anyone. No human or sentinel has ever set foot in their dimension. You can use the Maker's Origin Factory in the Hell City of Necrovol to pass through the Void. Once there, you will not be able to leave on your own. But Vega can create an exit portal for you. That is why you must bring Vega through the Void with you to Urdak.
Understood. I'm detaching myself from the ship's systems. Processing. Total transfer to external drive complete.
Vega is no longer connected to your ship. I will reconfigure the portal to Necrovol for you.
Returning to the Fortress of Doom for the last time, you are told by Samuel that you need to go through Necrovol. an ancient hell factory created by the Khan Maker to get through the Maker's homeworld Urdak. The way you will be able to configure the portal back to the fortress will be by using Vega in Urdak. So Vega detaches themselves from the ship and you are set to go. You are given a message on whether you want to collect or do some more things in the fortress before you leave, because you will not be coming back here until you finish the game. You activate the portal and head into Necrovol.
Argent energy is made from the souls of Hell's victims. This is the factory where that takes place. Necrovol, the city of the damned.
Teleporting to Necrovol, you fight a couple of Cybermecubuses and Arachnotrons, grab a crystal and then not be my dumbass and fail this simple parkour puzzle while getting jumped by a Cacodemon. Anyways, you enter a room and fight some more demons before dropping down and going through a door which leads to this little area where you're introduced to the Tyrant. I think it was a bit unfair for them to put a power buff here, but oh well. The Tyrant is a returning enemy from the original Doom games, originally being called the Cyber Demon. It takes on more of a Doom 2 look than a Doom 2016 look, where it was more suited to that game's aesthetic. The Tyrant has many attacks. It can shoot you with its rockets, stomp you, and throw big laser blades. Killing the Tyrant, you fight off the remaining demons, then a gate opens.
Here the humans arrive from Earth, waiting to be selected for the process.
This is the area where the humans arrive, waiting to be selected for the process of having their souls harvested to be used as Argent energy. Here you fight a Baron and some fodder demons before doing a puzzle and going on a little ride in a cage.
The Khan Maker needs Earth and its souls. Her world is dying. The culling allows her people to replenish their resources and survive. As you save your world, you put hers in peril. Up ahead is Kalibas, the sightless judge. It determines who's fit to begin the soul extraction process. The rest will be discarded to the blood swamps.
Here you have to fight Kalibas, the sightless judge. It determines what souls are fit to actually be in the soul extraction process, whereas the rest are just discarded to the blood swamps. The blood swamps is an area that you go to in the DLC, so I'll just talk about that in my Ancient Gods video. Beating this little boss fight, you are led to an area where you are introduced to a new hazard, spikes that come from the roof. In arenas you can use these to your disposal. You are then led to an arena where you are able to practice using this new trick. Grabbing some collectibles, you then move into an arena and fight using your skills so far, whilst using the hazards that are at your disposal. Oh, that feels good. Waving goodbye to the arena, you do some parkour, grab an extra life, and fight some demons. You do some more parkour, this time with hazards. You go into a room, then up a cage of human souls, and into an area with some traps. You break a wall and grab a toy and a mastery token, then enter an arena with a buff totem where I got completely fucking shredded because I put my guard down for a second. Beating the arena, you push some buttons that opens a pretty cool door that's made out of knives. Here you prepare for the biggest arena of the level, with a BFG cell and everything. You step into the arena and all hell is let loose. I'm just gonna let this arena fight play because it just shows the sheer insanity of this game.
Critical damage. Once the spirit is broken and enough pain has been inflicted, only when the human has lost all hope, will it be transferred to the soul extraction chamber.
Finishing the arena, you do some parkour and smash a statue. You jump through a hole and fight some demons. You do some platforming whilst being pursued by some cacodemons. You kill the cacodemons and make your way inside the soul extraction facility. Entering the facility, you fight some demons and you get a crystal. This is where I completed all my crystal upgrades, so yeah. Anyways, a cutscene plays after this.
Your people are made to suffer. Processed souls for the Khan Maker's world. I assure you, this could have been avoided with different leadership.
Humans are the power source for the Maker's world. Their souls are turned into energy for the Makers to use to stay alive. After this little expo dump, you fight some demons in this arena and are brought to this area where another cutscene plays.
This is raw, argent energy. The suffering on Earth, the bloodshed, all of it. For this. Once the soul is extracted, the husk of the human body will over time transform into the demons you fight now. The extracted soul that remains will power their world. The essence of hell.
Here, you are told that the bodies of the humans without a soul are turned into the demons that you fight in the game, making for the most fucked up twist where this whole time the Slayer has been fighting dead humans. Following this cutscene, you fight some demons in this arena, then go through an area where you platform up to an elevator that takes you up to an area where you jump across a cool little soul spiral, and then go up this booster where you can find an Archvile toy. You then see this sea of just human souls that you jump over to get to the Maker area where you fight some more demons. Killing all the demons, you do some parkour to this place where you have to shoot these eyeball sentry things that shoot you. So you kill the two of them, then go through to an elevator. Taking the elevator up, you are shown that there are two titans that have been made to keep the seal between Hell and Urdak from breaking. So you need to break the chains that hold the titans so you can get into Urdak. Before doing that, however, you are faced with the most difficult arena so far to test your skills. You kill the demons and break the chains, opening up an entryway to Urdak. You jump into the gateway and are blasted up to Urdak. Arriving in Urdak, you are greeted with the beauty of heaven. This whole area is basically just a big platforming area, so you just do some platforming and then make it to a door where a cutscene plays.
Welcome, Seraphim. You cannot stop the procession.
Slayer, when his heart is laid to rest, then his soul will be at peace.
We will not be able to control it! No!
Here, you are acquainted with the Maker drones. Giving these guys a swift headshot will grant you with a bunch of ammo and health, so there is really no point of the chainsaw in this level. Fighting in this arena, you've killed the demons and do some parkour, making your way through the beautiful vents in this level and making it to the next arena. This arena has a buff totem. Destroying the buff totem, you fight the demons, eradicating them from this plane of existence. You make your way to the outside area of this level, and are greeted with a cutscene.
There is a gate that we can use here on Erdak to get back to Earth, but you will need to reconfigure the teleporter rings to activate it. We must move quickly, or the icon of sin grows more powerful the longer it is on Earth.
You need to get these 3 gates in line to activate a portal to get back to Earth to stop the icon of sin. So you do some parkour and fight some demons before making your way into a room where another cutscene plays where Dr. Samuel Hayden says his famous line.
Now, insert Vega to activate the portal.
System acquired. Setting a course for the Earth dimension now.
I can see now. Am I the father, Dr. Hayden? You must get the other teleporter rings aligned before it's too late. The gate must be reactivated. The longer the icon of sin is on Earth, the stronger he will become.
Now, Vega saying that he is the father is something really significant to the story in the Ancient Gods DLCs, so when I get to analyzing those, I'll talk about it. Right now, you just need to know that it is very important. You get a little boost to go to an arena where you delete demons from the game's code. After the fight, you agreed with what is basically the level's main point. This is the point of the level that you just keep coming back to until you finish the level. You can take either one of the boosters, so I chose to do the right booster first. Taking the right booster, you do some parkour and then open up a door that leads to an arena that's actually quite challenging. Beating this arena opens up a door that takes you to a parkour area where you do some more platforming. Like, 50% of this level is platforming. After this platforming area, you press a button that activates one of the components for the portal back to Earth, leaving one more component to go. After this, you take an elevator up to an arena where you are surprised by some mecha zombies and regular zombies. You kill them, then go through a door that gives you a boost back to the main point of the level, where you now take the left booster. Taking the left booster boosts you to an arena with a buff totem where I definitely didn't die many times. Finally finishing the arena, a door opens that lets you activate the last component of the portal back to Earth.
With the rings fully aligned, the dimensional gate to Earth is now open. Get to the landing platform and pass through the portal. Earth does not have much time left.
You get a boost back to the main point of the level and go inside of the door that was locked before. You fight some demons, then do a little water puzzle with the dead maker in the foreground. Finishing the water puzzle, you open a laser barrier that was blocking an elevator and go up it. This leads to a cutscene.
The Godmaker is near. She cannot let you leave this place alive. She is invulnerable when she has the orb within her chest. Once removed, her defenses will be down.
For millennia we have survived. Made others sacrifice in the name of our prosperity, so that they may in turn find redemption. Who are you? A human, once a mortal, to defy our traditions.
The Khanmaker is a really lackluster boss, and I kinda wish they did more with her. She has the smallest amount of health of all the bosses, and is just overall a bad boss fight. Her attacks do barely any damage, and the Maker drones that she spawns do more damage, and are just more of a threat than she is. A really underwhelming boss fight overall. Killing the Khanmaker activates this cutscene.
Meant to rule, and all just to protect them, servants to our beliefs. You have broken the holy seal of Urdak. Your transgressions here will jeopardize all of creation.
Having killed the Khanmaker and returning back to Earth, you only have one last objective: to kill the Icon of Sin. Before doing so, you have to make your way to the Beast, so you have to make your way through the city. So you jump over to an arena and start massacring the demons. Every arena in this final level is some of the hardest, most skill-testing combat that you will have in the campaign. So if you're not wide-eyed and switched on in this level, you will get ripped apart. After this arena, you do some parkour that leads into some more combat, and I'd just like to point out how everywhere in this level you can see, like, the Icon of Sin just roaming around and breaking shit. It's such an amazing background piece. After this combat encounter, you do an elevator puzzle, then a cutscene plays where the Icon of Sin destroys a bridge.
Something wonderful is coming. Something truly wonderful.
So you have to jump down to the window cleaning equipment that is just conveniently there. Using the equipment, you go inside a building that leads you into an arena. This arena gets progressively harder as a buff totem spawns and harder demons spawn. Killing all the demons in the buff totem, you go upstairs and then go up to this roof area that is yet another arena where you fight a marauder. Finishing this arena, you go up a booster and do some rooftop hopping before you go into some of the hardest arenas of the entire game, the hotel arenas. In here, you fight for your life using every skill you have learned in the game to try and prevail against the hordes of Hellspawn. Finishing the arenas, a building randomly just fucking explodes, and you are able to do some parkour onto it. You do some parkour, then make it to an area with a wall that you can break.
Now is the time. Two titans meet, as it was written.
This is it, the Icon of Sin, the final boss, the end. To kill the Icon of Sin, you have to break off each piece of its armor. This arena grants you with regenerating Blood Punch and Crucible recharges and progressively harder hordes of demons. This throws everything at you, destroying every piece of armor of the Icon of Sin. It retreats and Samuel Hayden activates a portal so you can kill it. This takes you to the second phase of the Icon's fight. Here you have to destroy every piece of its fleshy body to get to its brain. This has limited recharges now and harder enemies with harder attacks from the Icon. Destroying the body of the Icon of Sin plays the final cutscene of the game. The end.
And you will be their savior. Your strength will be their shield, and your will their sword. You remain unbroken, for your fight is eternal.
Doom Eternal is, in my opinion, the best game of all time. Its gameplay and story and just overall feel is amazing and I love it. Doom Eternal is my favorite game for so many reasons, and I think this video is a pretty big example of why this game is my favorite. Sure, it has its flaws, and earlier in its life it had bugs, but now, in the current day, it's a masterpiece. It plays as smooth as ever and is one of the best experiences in gaming ever. I know that in 2020, The Last of Us Part 2 got Game of the Year, but in my heart, Doom Eternal is Game of the Year. Even 3 years later, this game still gives me that same feeling it did in 2020. Id Software made a truly amazing game, and I can't wait to see what they do later on with the Doom IP. I have been Hanabi, and this was a Doom Eternal retrospective. Thank you for watching. Is that the guy from Fortnite?
This is Dr. Elena Richardson, log entry 005, subject analysis of Doomslayer, February 2nd, 2163. Maybe he is a god. Maybe he represents humankind's rage, their will to persevere, to overcome that which would threaten our survival. He is uncompromising, a relentless being of violence that knows no mention of the hesitation shown by our many leaders and politicians during our time of judgment. Can he overcome them alone? If he can't, we as a species, all species, will not survive.
And tear until it is done.
The only thing they fear is him. We watched as the Horde overwhelmed the very best and most advanced machinery and weapons technology that we could muster against the opposition. It was useless. They moved too quickly. They cared not for themselves, only sought out the blood of humanity. They were willing to sacrifice their own to get to the heart of our world. We slaughtered thousands and millions more followed. But then he came. He cut through them like a sickle through a field. His fury surpassing their own. He is faster, more relentless. I believe him now to be more than just a man. He is Doom.